Placenta honouring. Why would you bury your placenta? There's a number of reasons as to why placentas are buried and have been buried probably since humans began time on Earth. The common reasons are that your baby and your placenta come from the same cell, so it's commonly believed through many different cultures around the world that they share part of the same spirit, or they're twins, spirit twins, or physical, because they come from the same cell. So to protect the placenta and honour the placenta also protects your baby's life, your child's life. And many people will bury their placenta near the home, so that the baby always feels secure and knows where their home is and has a place to come home to. Other places have a designated safe space to bury their placenta, such as in South America, in Ecuador, in Mexico. In some, and also actually in New Zealand, the Maoris, the council actually have given Maori people their own burial grounds for their placentas. In other places around the world, the cord is also buried in certain places to give your baby specific traits. So if you want your child to be well educated and really bright, you might bury your child's umbilical cord by the school. If you want your child to be safe at sea or seafaring, then you may throw your umbilical cord out to sea. There's so much to it. In Mexico, they bury the cord under the kitchen for girls, and they bury it out in the fields for the boys. And that's a very old tradition too, dating actually back to the Aztecs. The Aborigines also in Australia, Australian Aboriginals, bury the placenta by the house or by a tree near the house, so that the child always feels secure and safe. In Asia, the father will go out and bury the placenta with a stick or a tree on top to protect the placenta even more so from unwanted spiritual influences that may affect the baby's life. And they do it really soon after birth. Most cultures, if there is risk of bleeding and that, in some cultures they do it without risk, but they will take a small piece of the placenta and the mother will eat it to regain her strength after childbirth, to rebalance her hormones and to reduce any bleeding because of the level of hormones in that piece of placenta, and then the rest is discarded. So we don't have designated burial spots in the UK, and you do have to be careful where you bury your placenta. Many of us don't have a spot to bury our placentas, but there are ways around that. You can dry your placenta, grind it, and find a tree and place it in a plant pot. You can bury it in your garden. You can dry it and save it for a future date until you know that you're able to bury it. Or you can dry it and spread the powder from the placenta where you would like it to go. But I think it's better if you honour the placenta whole and bury it as it is, untouched, and just how it was formed in nature under a tree. And they are such lovely ceremonies to bear witness to and to be a part of. I often give parents ideas and perhaps write the ceremony for the parents to do themselves, but on occasion I'm asked to perform the ceremony and create the ceremony and be there in person, and it's been a much bigger ceremony. So it's down to you how you want to do it, whether you want it to be a big ceremony for family or you just do it yourselves with your baby. Many people do it in different ways, but it's a really lovely thing to do, and I think it's quite an important thing to do. So if you want to find out more about placenta burying, and different ways to honour your placenta, then get in touch and I'll be really happy to speak to you. Thank you. Bye.